Big Orange Halftime Show live with former Vols quarterback Jonathan Crompton. I am Austin Stanley. The Vols are up big-ish at halftime. 28-10 is the current halftime score with Tennessee at Vandy in Nashville, down the road from where I'm sitting here this afternoon. And Cromp, I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like this halftime show is gonna have a lot of opinions coming from all over the place. Here as the Vols start Harrison Bailey, and then JT Shrout comes in, and all of a sudden Tennessee and JT Shrout put some numbers up on the board. You also have a pick six with Bryce Thompson making a one-handed snag and running it back for a touchdown after he held. So really, the title of the show, Crop, pulls this all together, is that Jeremy Pruitt's getting bailed out by individual efforts. But before we dive into everything about this first half and get all of your opinions on how you feel about this Vols Vandy game and really what this game means moving forward, let me tell you about our great sponsors that make this happen. That is BioPure Music City. Protect your crew from the flu and the coronavirus. BioPure Music City. Have them come out to disinfect your home or your office. BioPureService.com, 615-635-0555. And also Ashbusters Chimney Experts. Ashbusters Chimney Service. Sweeping, inspections, masonry. They got great work as well. Ashbusters.net and AshbustersKnoxville.com are their two websites. I will hand it over to you, Jonathan Crompton. How do you feel right now? Because you're a former Vols quarterback. You care about this university. You care about this football program. 2-6 versus 0-8 Vandy. Interim coach. Vandy only has 49 scholarship players. What are your emotions right now?
A couple different things. I mean, honestly, I hate to say it, I feel bad for the kids at Vanderbilt right now, and I say that meaning they're outmatched. They knew they were going into the game. They don't have enough to fill a 2-deep roster. So we know we should beat the absolute crap out of them. I mean, we should, because we have a full roster of guys.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we're up 28-10, but it's to a third of a team against Vandy.
Yeah.
And 0-8 Vandy. We've played okay. We haven't played just phenomenal, but at the end of the day, we're still winning, so that is a positive. Great, phenomenal catch on the one-handed catch. Should have been holding, but guess what? Sometimes you got to have the bounces your way, right? So great job getting in the end zone after that. It's just I don't know. There's something I feel missing. I know Bailey was 7-7. Don't get me wrong, but with Shrout in there, it seems a little more electric. The plays, you can actually tell we're throwing the ball downfield more with him. We're throwing a lot of deep crosses, a lot of out to the field, 10-yard stop routes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell they have a lot of confidence in his arm. And he's 6-12, but there I can count of 3 that should have been caught, and another one for a touchdown for Palmer, because Palmer has made that catch numerous times this year.
Sure.
He's, like I said last week, Pruitt put himself in a position, and the whole staff and team in a position, for people like myself and for you, Austin, to question this play call. So now he was 12-14, and now he's 6-12 with a couple of touchdowns. I hate to say it, dude's giving us the best chance right now to move the ball consistently down the field and not just dink and dunk. That's the thing. He's not afraid to throw it downfield, and he's very accurate downfield, and he's proven that the past, 4 quarters now.
Yeah. So, I don't disagree with what you're saying there. JT Shrout looks like a different quarterback than he did really his entire career at Tennessee, and he has gotten opportunities at Tennessee before. And he this season, his first and really only opportunity early on in the season was that one pass attempt against Kentucky, where he made an awful decision and an even worse throw that got intercepted, and he was done. And we hadn't seen him until last week. And last week against Florida looked a lot better. But again, you can't put too much weight into what he's doing against this Vanderbilt defense. I feel like, John Rogers says JT Shrout's the best quarterback on the team right now. I mean, yeah, for sure. But I don't I don't think that means much against this Vandy defense. And people are disagreeing with what the title of the show is. And I think the title of the show is true, that Jeremy Pruitt is getting bailed out right now by individual efforts by his players. And his players are making plays. And overall, he is not doing anything to make this team better or make this team look good. Like the offensive line, I don't know what is going on with the offensive line. I understand Cooper Mays is in there at center. I understand Cade is not playing right guard. But what the hell? Can they not pass protect or run block against a makeshift defense? Like everybody realize Vanderbilt runs a 3-4 defense. They've been running a 3-4 defense for the last 7 years. They had to flip to a 4-3 because they didn't have enough linebackers.
And they had to put an offensive lineman at D tackle. I know he started at D-line, then went to O-line. Now he's back at D-line and he's starting. So it is a makeshift team. But the only thing, here's where I'm going to disagree with you on the fact of Stroud. He's going against the same defense Harrison Bailey is.
Sure, and Harrison Bailey's 7 for 7.
Yes, but we also got to understand 7 for 7 and his first pass was a bubble.
Yeah, well, right? But that's not Harrison Bailey.
That's the play call. It is, but look at the play call difference between when Bailey and Stroud is, and that's what I can't help but analyze games when I'm watching them. They are literally calling more down the field throws and more complex schematics when Stroud's in there. Now, then again, he's been in the system longer. He has, but at the end of the day, you can physically see that they're calling more down the field throws or intermediate to down the field throws than they do with Bailey, and that's nothing against Bailey. The kid's 7 for 7. It's not like he's playing bad. He had the one play that you can toss it up if it's a fumble or not. I think it was not a fumble personally, but it was all off of how they called on the field to overturn or not.
Right.
So that's a toss up. So that's a wash to me. But all I'm saying is when you look at the actual plays, they're giving Stroud plays to go downfield. Hit the deep over routes, hit the go routes, make the one-on-one throws. Bailey's just not – maybe he's not doing it in practice. So
I don't think they're letting him do it. I don't think –
But here's the question. Then why would you not let him do it if he's going to start?
I don't know.
This Vanderbilt started a true freshman all year.
Yeah.
They've got a guy that they can build around for the future. We're not allowing that because if we're going to say the play calls are – well, they're not letting him do it, then we have to say, then why are they letting the other guys?
Yeah.
That's my only argument. I'm not saying that you got to just throw all your eggs in the basket with Stroud. That's not what I'm getting at.
Okay.
For this game, he has played overall better, even though the numbers don't show it. Stats are deceiving. Stats are very deceiving. When people say, "Oh, I threw for 80%," well, what if that percentage of 80 was behind the line of scrimmage? That's my first question. What percentage of that was 10 plus down the field?
But they're not they are clearly calling plays
for reasons that we don't know, but there obviously are reasons for that now.
People, I'm surprised that people are responding to my opinion the way that they are and thinking I'm crazy.
I haven't even looked at them yet. So
the comments are like JT Stroud's playing better than Harrison Bailey right now. Looks like he's more confident. You have to give credit for JT Stroud for changing it, for flipping this around. But again,
you have to give him credit for that.
Yes, you do. But is JT Stroud the future of the Tennessee Vols program?
If he keeps playing this way, he's got a damn good shot. And I'm going to say that in all honesty. I'm not saying you can't just say it off of playing Vanderbilt. I agree with that.
At the
end of the day, he's only had this year, besides one pass against Kentucky, he's only had, I'll count the first quarter, even though he really didn't have it. He's had 3 quarters. He's impressed me in those 3 quarters. Outside of the throw against Kentucky, he is throwing with confidence. Whatever he did mentally to get ready, he needs to continue to do is what I'm getting at.
All right,
he's playing very well.
All right, so I'm going to read a comment. Stacy on Twitter says, getting bailed out, good Lord, they're actually playing good football. Granted, Vandy sucks. Give a little credit to the coaches. No, don't give credit to these coaches because they have players. They have double the damn roster size of what Vanderbilt's going up. They're only up 28-10, and the only reason why they're up that many points is because – one, they got a pick 6 that shouldn't have happened. It should have gotten called back by a holding penalty. And two, they needed a fake punt to throw to their linebacker because their backup freshman wide receiver couldn't catch the fake punt last year. So do not give credit to these coaches. Give credit.
You know who I'm going to give credit for?
Give credit to
today. Well, no, that, but hey, Henry To'o, man, he's proven he can run out into the flat legit and make it. He ran over a dude, right? He almost caught, even though he batted down, he almost catches that one midair, which is extremely difficult.
Right.
Forces a fumble. Dude's playing lights out. But the thing that I'm going to say, right, even though I'm saying we're trying to compare these two QBs, if these are the two that we've got to move forward in the future with, I feel very good about it because they're both playing confident. Yes, they're playing two different styles, but at the end of the day, we're still playing really efficient on offense. I'm not complaining one bit about one versus the other because you got one that's 7 of 7 for 67 yards, one 6 of 12 for 90 that should be 9 of 12, and we're throwing for 3 TDs that should be 4. I'm not complaining with that at all. I think that's a positive to build on. Yes, we're playing Vandy, and yes, we should do it, but guess what? At least we are doing it, though.
All right. B-Hall says Austin Stroud is the best quarterback, puts more stress on the defense. Stop it. Stop what? And putting stress on Vandy's defense, like that's not anything you should hold any water with. This Vandy defense has nobody on. You could field a better defense with the guys who quit Vandy this season than the guys they have out there. But this Vols offense can't sustain their blocks. The running game can't get going. They're having, like, how many times have Stroud and Bailey had to really get rid of the ball early? There was the slant to Jones on Bailey's touchdown drive. He had to throw that immediately or he would have gotten sacked because there was a guy that came unblocked right by the left tackle. It's so, like, this offensive line is so bad. Look, the skilled players and the players on the field have been making plays, and those kids should get the credit. My point is Jeremy Pruitt is getting bailed out by better players than what Vandy has, and Vandy doesn't even have their actual players. They got 49 guys. This game the fact that Tennessee was down 10-7 in the second quarter against this Vanderbilt team tells you what you need to know about Jeremy Pruitt. And Roy says A to Z is a joke. Roy, you've been watching our show forever. Like, what are you talking about, man? I'm being as consistent.
Here's watch this. I'm going to intervene real quick. Here's what I can say to all the people that want to be negative. All the people want to say A to Z is a joke. Blah blah blah. Hey, at the end of the day, you're entitled on your opinion. Good for you. Keep watching because we know you're gonna. Thank you. But what I can say is, yes, the O-line has not played that great yet. They haven't. They haven't played the expectation we thought they would all year. But here's the best part about football. It's the ultimate team sport. When the O-line's not playing that great, somebody's got to bail them out. When the quarterback's not playing that great, somebody's going to bail them out. And so far, it's been the running backs this year. When the receivers aren't going to play great, somebody's got to bail them out. That's why football is phenomenal. Because at the end of the day, unless all 11 are firing on all cylinders, a.k.a. Alabama right now, then you're not going to be undefeated. But what we're doing is showing that we've got a couple guys at the quarterback position that are competent, that can make throws, that can run different styles of offense. We've got some running backs for the future. We've got some young O-line playing. We can build for the future, but we've got to have somebody that can give them the best opportunity. And who that is, we don't know yet, right? But what we've got right now, I am feeling better about this than I thought I would at halftime, the more that I keep talking about it, because we should be 9 of 12 and 7 of 7. That's pretty good. We should be, 16 of 19 going into halftime.
Yeah.
That's a positive.
Sure. All right, A to Z Sports, Big Orange halftime show. Jonathan Crompton here, former Vols quarterback. I do want to ask this question. Which quarterback do you guys want to see more of in the second half? Because I do think Tennessee is going to win this game, but that doesn't tell you anything. Which quarterback do you want to see more of in the second half against Vanderbilt? But real quick, let me tell you guys about BioPure Music City. On a serious note, Christmas is less than 2 weeks away, and if you're getting ready to have your family members, old or young or immunocompromised or not, make sure you get your home or wherever you're going for the holidays disinfected by BioPure Music City, hospital-grade disinfectant. They use electrostatic spray system that's phenomenal. They can spray everything in your house, quick and easy, in and out, leaving zero residue. Check them out, please. BioPure Music City, biopureservice.com, 615-635-0555. That is BioPure Music City, the great disinfection service you need to use this holiday season for your home or for your business. So I'm going to let you start, Crump, real quick, and then I'll read some comments. Which quarterback?
Well, I'm gonna say something about it real quick.
Okay.
Because it just kind of clicked. And I'm not comparing him. I need to preface. I'm not comparing him to this guy as a coach overall. But are we witnessing today's SEC old ball coach musical chairs at quarterback? Because Steve Spurrier was the ultimate guy that it didn't matter if you fumbled or you threw a pick, you're done for the day.
Yeah.
And you'll start next week. So are we witnessing something like that? Because we've got two guys that can play.
Right.
They've shown they can play. But for the rest of this game, I mean, I know he's 7-7, but I got to go Stroud the rest of the game because of the way he's throwing the ball with confidence. I'm not saying Bailey's not, but I'm just saying you can see it in the way the ball is coming out of his hand right now. And he's accurate downfield. If we want to put this game away early, we've got to get up. We got to get some more points early in the second half because that has not been our strength at all this year.
All right, A to Z Sports. So you say Stroud. I'm going to read some comments. There's a lot of comments coming in about this. Sean says Pruitt should have never pulled Bailey. At this point, I guarantee Bailey's thinking about where he can play next season. I don't know about that. I did see somebody commented early on the show that Jeremy Pruitt says that he pulled right before halftime, saying on SEC Network that he pulled Bailey for holding the ball too long on that sack fumble. Let's see. Jeremy said,
I'll say this. He did it. No, he did have the far guy, Palmer, to the right, wide open. Or wide open.
Again, I don't understand why.
But I'm just.
I don't understand why.
But what I'm saying is, no, he was. You can tell he went left, middle, so he was obviously taught to go in that progression.
Right.
I'm just going from what I see on TV.
I don't get why the 5-star right tackle can't hold the block longer, but that's just me. Trevor says Stroud. Ryan says Bailey. Rob says Vandy has 45 scholarships. It's actually 49 guys out there. Joe says Harrison Bailey. Let's see. Coach Cut says Stroud, definitely Bailey from Smith, Bailey from Kenny, Harrison Bailey from Tony, JT says John for Stroud, Roy says Stroud, B-Hall says Stroud, Bolt says JT Stroud, cussing in public says Stroud, a lot of Strouds. Here's the string of Bailey.
And it's just going for how he's played today. That's all it is. It's not they're saying he should be the future.
Yeah.
But for right now, he is playing overall more confident today, I think.
Sure. There's no doubt about that. And now that Tennessee has an 18-point lead and they're not going to lose this game, give Harrison Bailey the ball and let him throw it. Just let him throw every throw you've got in the playbook. Just let him go out there and play. Will it tell you anything about what he is for the future? I highly doubt it. But just let him go out there and get live reps.
And I'm with you, but watch this. And I'm going to play devil's advocate. Why do you not let Stroud? Because he's doing that, and he's getting the ball out in a timely manner.
I'll tell you why. Year 3 for Stroud, year 1 for Bailey. JT Stroud has had plenty of opportunity, and he will have
Mac Jones.
I get it. That's fine. I get it. That's fine. You can JT Stroud clearly without playing any football. For the month of October and November, improved quite a bit. So I think JT Stroud maybe will continue to improve in spring and throughout for next year. But Harrison Bailey needs game reps.
All I'm getting at is if somebody's playing better, why are you going to take their reps away when they're playing better? That's my question. Because just because Bailey is the 5-star recruit and everybody thinks that he is the future, well, if somebody's playing better, they're going to get the reps, hence Mac Jones. That's all I'm getting at is like at the end of the day, they still got to come in and play. I'm not taking anything away from Bailey at all. But all I'm saying is you can see the offense change when Stroud comes in as far as the schematics of the passing downfield. So there's something there that they like to see him throw the ball downfield. That's all I'm getting at is.
All right, I got one more point that I want to make on if I'm Jeremy Pruitt, which quarterback do I give some run with? Real quick, let me tell you guys, about Ashbusters Chimney Service, ashbusters.net. Make sure you call them, have them come to your home to disinfect I'm sorry, I'm mixing things up. Ashbusters.net. I know. I'm trying to check to see when the game's coming back.
I got you.
But chimney sweeping, inspections, and masonry, you're experts there. Ashbusters.net. If you're in Knoxville or East Tennessee, ashbustersknoxville.com. They do great stuff. Keep your fire in its place with Ashbusters Chimney Service this winter. Ashbusters.net. The point for me, if I'm Jeremy Pruitt, there's one thing I can sell going into next season as the head coach in year 4, and that's the hope of Harrison Bailey. That's why I need to get Harrison Bailey as many reps as possible.
But I'm just trying to figure out why do we always deem the high recruit the next hope? I'm going off of actual game, what I'm seeing in the game.
But again,
I'm seeing that. I'm just saying I'm seeing I'm not comparing them this way because everybody's going to get all mad about this one. What I'm seeing is check down Charlie right now.
Right. So get him.
So we did the same thing with Garantano as a freshman, and he was a senior doing check down Charlie. I'm seeing a guy in Stroud that's willing to take chances down the field and be accurate with his chances.
Real quick before we leave, BJ Weeks says, "Can't believe you guys want Pruitt back." No. Don't do that, BJ. Don't do that. I said if I'm Jeremy Pruitt, the only thing I can sell in year 4 is Harrison Bailey, who is starting the second half. Harrison Bailey is in there.
And all of this, I'm going to say all this. All this may have already been planned.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. It really may have been.
All right, guys. We'll see you at post-game. The second half's already underway. We'll see what happens with Harrison Bailey. Enjoy the second half, and we'll come back with some more fire at the post-game. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.